Good evening and welcome to Prime of Midlife. It is Thursday evening and oh my goodness, what a day I've had at work. It's been one of those days. I don't know about you, but today was just squinty. Just nothing went right and it was just one of those messy days. So while I was having my little tea break this morning, I saw the tweet about Starbucks saying that they no longer accept cash. So then I went and looked it up online and Starbucks have said, no, that's not what's happening. Our shops are all, well, they didn't say they're all, they said our shops can accept cash and things, but not all shops are the same. Some of them have different rules or words to that effect. And then further down, they said the majority of our stores accept cash and cards. Now, I don't know about you, but when I first hear that, the majority of, I'm like, oh, that's 80-90%, that's fine. Actually, the majority is 51%. Unless you're told different, we need to start thinking the majority is 51%. So I would say that from looking at the very careful language of Starbucks, that this is certainly something that they're looking at. And I know from somebody had commented saying they couldn't get a cash till at Tesco's. The only ones that were open were card only. I found that as well, especially on the self-scan, which I don't like using, but when my back was out, it was much easier to use the self-scan than to have to take things, bend down, put them on the conveyor belt and put them back. And when I went to self-scan, all the tills were cash only, card only. So I spoke to the girl and went, why is it card only? I want to pay cash. And she don't know, if you come through to the other side, the actual self-scan, not the self-scan, the self-checkout, there's two tills there that had barcodes that you had to scan to open them up so that you could do the scan and shop for cash. And it's getting, I think the last time I was there, it was only those two tills that were still taking cash, even on the self-checkout. So all your self-scan were card only in that section. And then when you went through to the next section, which was your own self, scan it yourself bit, there was only two did cash. And there was a lot of people that, there's like, oh, took out cash and they went, oh no, it's card only. So they're not promoting the fact that you can pay cash at these two other tills. It's just they're putting card only above all the rest. So as I say, I think this very, very careful language from Starbucks shows us the way things are going. And as for the big announcement from Boris Johnson today, that although he cannot finally, rubber stamp the deal, he's encouraging his successor to go with the nuclear. Now, I'm neither one way nor t'other about nuclear at the moment. That's not what concerns me. What concerns me is the fact that it's not owned by the British. I think it's 20% is French. And then that reminded me of the big new wind farm that's only just recently started up. It's 51% owned by EDF, which is a French company. So still, we're not getting anything for our, the UK does not own stuff. We don't own our energy companies, we don't own our transport companies, we own very little as a country. And, if push comes to shove, I'm quite sure EDF will be looking after the French people before they're looking after the British. Nothing against EDF or the French or anything like that, but that's just business sense. And it's getting quite worrying with the amount of stuff that Britain does not own within its own infrastructure. So yeah, that's my thing today. And the reason I'm putting the video up so early is Bossman and co do mushroom foraging. And I said, oh, send me down some stuff, I'll dehydrate it for you, because obviously it's a short season. I have a lot of slicing and dicing to do. Obviously, I'm going to get out the food processor because I'm not standing slicing that lot up. But yes, I shall be dehydrating mushrooms tonight. So I hope you have a good night. And I will go and I will start doing stuff. And I will catch you later. Bye.